Thank you for joining us on our Family First Life Tri-State Serve the People podcast. We appreciate you tuning in, spending your time to develop and grow with us. Follow us, please, on all our social media platforms at Family First Life Tri-State or FFL Tri-State. We love you. Keep listening, and I hope this information is serving you across the country. All right, everybody, thank you for jumping on with us. Family First Life Tri-State Training Day podcast. I got my man Omar Mitchell with me. Senior Sales Manager, FFL Midwest, elite producer out there crushing it, building, selling, helping families, saving agents. And it's an honor to have you on here today, my man, because I'm watching what you've been doing over the past 3-4 months and looking at the trajectory of where things are going, your commitment to it, your desire, your hunger, your will towards building your business, helping people. You have a tremendous conversion ratio rate as far as engagement and then helping people, help families. So, definitely well warranted. Appreciate all you're doing. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing very, very well, Mark. I appreciate you having me on, man. It's an honor.
Absolutely. And then we're coming up on a nice milestone for you. You and your office are having a grand opening, very soon here.
Exciting.
Yes, sir. So, a lot of big things in the works, man. First of all, how does it feel to be on a trajectory of success, knowing that this is just the beginning, but the ride is rolling?
It's humbling, man. We look at the success we're having, and we always say, well, what else? What more could we be doing? So it's never something that we either settle for or we're slowing down. No, we're accelerating. So we're excited, man. And it's sometimes I pinch myself, to look at where we've came, but also knowing there's so much more left in the tank. There's so much more that we could do. So
no doubt.
Excited.
That's awesome. Now, there was a point in time where you were a complete field agent. I'm not sure exactly when you decided to kind of start transitioning into telesales, but how long have you been actively doing telesales, and what did you learn in that transition?
It's been about I guess 5 months, 6 months,
okay,
since I've made the transition, and it wasn't overnight thing. It was maybe, I was 100% in the field last year about September, October. And then this bug about telesales started happening. We started looking at the platform, and I said, I'm big on let me do it and I can show you how. I don't just say, hey, go do this. I want to make sure that as we're training our business partners that come into this business, that I'm not just telling them what to do, but I've experienced it. So right. I went from going about 80-20 field telesales and about 50-50 coming into November. Then December was about 20-80 field to telesales, and then pretty much since January it's about 95% of it's been telesales. So again, it was gradual for me, but it wasn't, it's definitely opened my eyes on a different way, a different platform to help people.
That's strong. Okay. So, a lot of people are starting to kind of perk their head up about telesales and this, ability to sell virtually. So can you walk us down your path of schedule, leads, sure. The actual way in which you're helping families, and then how that's all playing itself out week in and week out, month in and month out for you?
Sure. So I was a big BPL guy last year. Love the CRM, the second chance leads. And so I found myself making that transition. It's definitely been more of an expense on the lead side because you have to have more people, because some people you're just not going to be able to contact over the phone. That's just what it is. So that transition, I went from maybe doing first chance BPL leads, 30 to 40 per week, to where I have to bump that up now. And I'm looking more at the digital side of the business now, because we all know sometimes, mailers are not hitting when they want to hit, when you want them to hit, and you have to supplement. But also, when you're doing it over the phone, if someone fills something out and send it back in the mail, the chances of them actually, especially I do mostly final expense, so the chances of them understanding how to operate an email or fill something out is like, oh my God.
Wow,
So
okay. That's
I
really
had to
good.
kind of change my mindset. So
Good.
I started focusing more on the instance, the 3-month-olds, internet leads. These are people that are savvy with the internet. It's a digital lead, so I don't care if they don't answer the phone. I can keep on ripping and on to the next. I started focusing more on Facebook final expense, and, because these people are on Facebook. These are the seniors that are on Facebook filling stuff out, so they obviously know how to use their phones.
No doubt.
Some of our carriers have made some fantastic adjustments. The new e-app for America is fantastic. It's the easiest, one of the easiest e-apps to do now over the phone through Telesales. So yeah, I think just as it's not so much me that's changing, it's also the industry that's changing.
Yes,
we're
sir.
changing with the times. We're not slowing down. We're not letting us be the blockbuster of the movie industry. We're always inventing and catching on the new fads. What I love about this company, on a dime, Sean switched from not wanting to do telesales. Literally 2 weeks later, maybe I need to look at telesales. Maybe we need to go and focus, because we're not. This business is ever changing, man, and it's an exciting business to be in. And if you don't have that bug, okay, what's next? What's the new thing? How can I help my agents succeed? Because the excitement's not necessarily about what you see, your income, is how you can help your business partners become successful. And understanding what's happening within our business is key, bro. It's absolutely key.
Huge. So you saw a golden opportunity with the telesales.
Sure. Yes, sir.
And now, how are you doing it? Is it, I'm hearing a lot of people are doing a call to close. Some people are booking appointments. How are you doing it?
I try to do mostly call to closes. I mean, for final expenses, what I mostly dwell with, it's best if you try to get as much done that first phone call, including an application.
Yes, sir.
Sometimes I'll call you back at 6. You're at 6 and ready. Yeah. You're like, you call them 3 times. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Miss Johnson said I would, I can call her back at 6. Now, and I think it's that initial conversation when you get someone on the phone and you understand, hey, it takes 5-10 minutes, Mrs. Jones, and it's an easy conversation. It's not, there's different techniques that we use to help solidify our credibility. Texting them the copy of our state license, texting them our business card, emailing them the process of, it's going to take 5-10 minutes to get all your information. This is the process. We're going to do the shopping for you. I'm a big no script person. I like to talk to the people.
Yeah.
It's great to have the script, but when you're an actual person, don't get me wrong, there's certain things I try to hit, making sure they understand who I am, why I'm calling them, but when it comes down to it, I'm using my personality. I'm really trying to figure out why they filled that thing out on the internet or on Facebook and figure out how I can help that family that day. So
let's go through it. What's your initial elevator, and then how do you transition on? So that someone could take some word tracks down.
Sure. So I'm very to the point. When I call someone, if I was calling you, Mark, and you were one of my leads, ring, ring, ring.
Hello,
Mark.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Omar. I'm a field underwriter. I'm just following up with you on your request for the final expense coverage that you mailed and sent back a couple of weeks ago. Hey, you had put down your information you had put down that you're 58 years old and you're at 123 Main Street. Is that still correct, Mark?
Yes.
Awesome. When you fill this out, were you looking for just yourself or you and a spouse?
Depends on the price, but probably just me.
Awesome. Hey, that's the reason why I'm calling, man. I'm a field underwriter, just like I said, but normally we meet you face to face. This awesome opportunity for the state of Ohio. We can actually get you covered over the phone. Takes about 5-10 minutes, man. How tall are you and what's your weight? So a lot of times, Mark, I just go into it. I don't really beat around the bush. If I have any pushback, that's when I kind of put the brakes on. Say, hey, Mark, I know that I'm just calling you out of the blue. You had filled this request out. I'm texting you right now a copy of my state license and my business card, so you know who I am, and you know I'm just not someone just calling you over the phone. Okay. So I just try to build credibility when I'm calling. Really just depends on how I feel. I mean, I have some people that they know exactly what they filled out. They was like, oh yeah, I've been waiting for someone to call, down to people that don't know why the heck I'm calling. And so it's just really me trying to figure out what's going to, get that conversation to the next level. And I go right into the actual, getting them qualified, seeing what they qualify for, see what discounts are available for the state. Yep.
Nice. Okay. So at what point do you start kind of smiling internally? Like you got this like the cat that ate the bird. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's really, I start to smile when I get a good why. So when I start asking them questions, it's like, because sometimes people say, well, why this person just called me and asking me health questions, and then I want them to give me some pushback. Like I kind of like the uncomfortableness sometimes of a conversation, asking, because that's when I can really nail down, okay, what truly, Mrs. Jones, was the reason why you actually filled this out? I mean, most people don't just look at something that talks about final expenses and just fill it out flippantly. You probably had a concern. What was the concern? Why did you fill this out? And then if I can get a good why, and if it's a strong enough why, that's when I start like salivating, because I know that I got them. And when I say I got them, it's not like, oh, I can make a commission. Oh, I can do this. No, it's that I get excited about helping folks. And sometimes if you have someone that doesn't really give you that really good reason why, I know it's going to be a difficult conversation sometimes. When we have somebody that really has a strong, hey, my mom and dad passed away, didn't have any coverage. I want to make sure
that is so elite. That like lowers your shoulders, man.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay. And I tell them, it's like, oh, I totally understand why you filled this thing out. Because most people don't really fill these things out unless it's really important to you, Mrs. Jones. And from what I can understand, it's really important to you, right? Right. To get them understanding, yeah. So yeah, when they give me that strong why, I'm all in, bro.
That is great. Now, what is a successful contact ratio day? What is it in your mind? How many conversations are you looking to have a day? And how many to know that you're on the right track to reach your daily goals?
Sure. So my daily goals are to help 2 to 3 families on a daily basis. It makes, I judge myself by results, but I know if I can talk to about 15 to 20 families on a daily basis, have an actual conversation, all right? Now, that may mean, I caught them at work and, it's not a complete conversation, but if I can get usually about 15 to 20 folks on the phone and work out timing, if they're at work, usually call to close on a daily basis. I want to, most of my contacts are call to close, but I'm usually saying about 15 to 20. Yeah, you're going to have people that not interested anymore. Obviously, you're going to have folks that wrong numbers, whatever the case may be. But usually for me, it's about 15 to 20. And sometimes that could be rehashing people that I've already talked to, where my focus with every phone conversation is to get as far as I can. So sometimes that's up to the point to, well, my wife is not available right now, and I want to reset, and not do a one-legger. And sometimes it's up to the point to where they sometimes are just not comfortable giving the information over the phone. That was a big problem for me, because I'm engaged with people when I'm in the home, and I'm reading their body language. I can see the subtle communication between the husband and wife. I can feel the temperature of the room. On the phone, you don't have that much. It's just someone's voice.
Right.
So that my transition with that was so important, where I realized I just need to get more contacts. I have to accept that I'm not going to have as high of a close ratio over the phone. It's just it's kind of the part that you have to accept. So what you have to substitute is now have a higher volume of prospects, meaning you have to have more leads, meaning that you have to focus on, when you have that person, really figuring out why they sent that form in, filled out that information on the internet. Sean Mikes talks about it all the time, where these people are given 16 points of information over the internet. Like, why are you going to put all your information into the internet if you're not serious about that? So every conversation is very intentional. So when you fill this out, hey, were you looking for your spouse? Just yourself, or you and the family? When you requested information about life insurance, were you looking to add on to what you have, or do you have any kind of coverage at all right now? So it just asking questions and getting them talking, getting them saying yes. 123 Main Street, yes. 58 years old, yes. Getting them, I can see their head sometimes nodding as I'm talking to them.
Right. Yeah. So, yes.
Yes. Getting the yeses. Yeah. So it's definitely, man, it's a different kind of platform. You have to have, I think, a lot tougher skin than sometimes even working in the field, because you only have the conversation over the phone. And that's why the platform that we have now with the live dials, and you actually can, I post all the time on social media, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself.
Right.
You're a website away from being in a room with 30, 40 plus folks doing the same thing you're doing, fighting that good fight every day and being successful at it. So that gets me excited, man.
That's awesome. And when you think about the actual opportunity of telesales, I mean, immediately, what strikes, the opportunity that strikes is the opportunity to train others and duplicate on telesales and build a business. So how are you looking at that opportunity, and what is that mindset shift or training process like?
Sure. And I think this is one of the most aggressive and magical things about what we do, is that you would grind away. As far as you want to build people up, you want to pour into your business partners, right? And you can only do so much training one-on-one, throwing them in your driver's seat when you're running the field, in your passenger seat. You can only, I'm a big guy, so I'm already 2 folks. You bring another person with me, it's like 3 folks walking into someone's living room, right? So it's like, three's a company sometimes when you walk into someone's house. That can be intimidating. Yes. But when you're on telesales and you can actually bring as many folks as you want with you, you can have 10, 20 folks listening in on you as you go through the process of helping a family. So it just gives you such a large platform. And if used correctly, you can put gasoline on the fire to your business. You just have to make sure you're using it correctly. Sometimes people don't understand what you have. And that's why I'm trying to, yell from the mountaintops to the agencies that we work with, like, this is the way we're going. Mm-hmm. Even if you're running the field, get your folks in here on dial day. Mm-hmm. Get your folks in here actively dialing. Mm-hmm. Number one agent in the company is dialing with us. Mm. Steve's on there. Right. A lot of other high performing agents are in there. And what that helps, it takes the load off a agency owner, an agency builder, where it's not just all on them. They can bring their people into that and let the village teach everybody.
No doubt.
I open my lineup. John opens the lineup. Josh, JB. There's so much momentum within that room. It's just a matter of getting your folks in there. So using that platform how it's meant to be used.
Very strong, super strong. And now, obviously, bringing folks with you, having a recruiting process to that, and tangibly seeing the result of building your business. What are some recruiting tools that you can leave us with?
So tools, I try to use the platform as the platform to recruit. So if I have a recruit from a different company, I bring them on the live dials, and then we go into a separate room to where they can kind of see what's going on, but then I can go give them one-on-one, but let them see the experience of that process, or how, new agents can come in and shorten their learning curve in one day. They get to listen to other folks dial, but also they can open their lineup and actually go through the process. Or we can take them in a private room and have more one-on-one time. So just being able to show them that process, and show how then also they can recruit to it, to where they may not know exactly the process that we use, but they can bring all their folks into that same arena and show them that process as well. So, yep.
That's explosive, man. You guys are killing it. I'm looking forward to seeing what the second quarter has in store for you. I know you're excited. Got a lot of momentum. Got a grand opening this week. So I'm excited, man. A lot of growth, man. A lot of ambitious thoughts. A lot of ambitious movements.
Yes. Full speed, man. Running full speed, not slowing down. We're only, accelerating to the future. So excited.
My man, Omar Mitchell, thank you for sharing with us, brother. Great stuff. This thing is blowing up. It's getting crazy, brother. So I appreciate you, and let's keep hammering. God bless everybody. Take care.